Okay, listen, on this program as of late,
yes,
we've done a lot. We've discussed a lot every day, but we have talked about summer red wines.
That's right.
We've also imbibed in boozy ice cream.
That's also correct.
But what if you want a cocktail without any work?
Is that a question? A statement? I mean...
It's a blessing and a gift.
And it comes packaged in our next guest, J.M. Hirsch. There he is. He's been on the show a few times before as the editorial director of Milk Street, but today he's joining us as an author.
That's right.
His book, Freezer Door Cocktails, 75 cocktails that are ready when you are,
I'm
is
always
getting
ready
to make its TV debut. J.M., where you been all my life? Hello,
I
sir.
know, and I come bearing booze.
You can come back anytime you like. What is a freezer door cocktail? And is this a term that you coined, or did you pick it up somewhere?
You know what? I actually saw it in an advertisement in a British cocktail magazine, and they were poking fun at it, and I thought, no, actually, that's a cool idea.
Yeah, freezer door
And
cocktail.
so one thing led to another, and here we are.
And here's the book.
But a freezer door cocktail is just a cocktail that you make an entire bottle's worth of.
Okay.
And then you put that bottle in the freezer so that it's chilled and ready to pour and serve anytime you want it for entertaining, for weddings.
Thank you, sir.
Or I'm entertaining myself.
Or exactly the end of a long day when you
right.
just don't have the energy to craft one.
Right. Before we get into the business of the business, remind our viewers, do all alcohols not freeze? Do they freeze?
So your typical bottle of your base liquor, tequilas, rums, vodkas, things like that, those will not freeze except below minus 16.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, that won't happen.
Well, that won't happen.
Your freezer never is going to go below minus 10.
Okay.
So as long as you don't add too much like water or juice to this, you're fine.
Okay.
And I did all the science for you.
Thank you.
I hired food scientists to help me with it because the numbers, it was too much.
We're not messing around here.
That's right. That's right.
So what are some challenges that that could arise with a freezer door cocktail, aside from adding too much water or juice?
Well, the challenge was finding flavor in other ingredients, because if you can't add a lot of juice, you know, there's a lot of juice in a lot of cocktails, including like the margarita and the lemon drop. And there's a lot of juice, and that is going to freeze if you add it at the volume you need for the flavor you want. So the trick was to find other sources of flavor. So in our lemon drop, for example, we're using limoncello.
I love it.
Which is
I have plenty of that in my freezer.
I was just going to say, I have that in my freezer too.
Exactly. And it doesn't freeze, but it adds lots of lemony flavor and sweetness.
Right. Amazing.
So it's like a 2-in-1.
Feels like a good place to dive right into this.
All right, shall we make a lemon drop?
75. Can you make one or two?
I think I can do that.
Let's
All
show me over here.
So we have some vodka. Now, I'm going to use these fancy bottles.
I love
because
them.
they're very easy to use, but you don't have to. Actually, what you can do is pour out just enough from the main bottle to leave the room you need to add everything else.
Into the bottle? Oh my
I'm
goodness.
going to move this out of the way so we could see what you were pouring. This was just a measuring cup that has a spout of sorts.
And we have 12 ounces of vodka in there.
Okay.
I'm going to take off the bottom.
That's great. I like how you
didn't
did that.
realize that that's what
I
that
was expecting
did.
a funnel.
Now I can sometimes I get that to work. Sometimes it's a mess.
Okay. I'm clutching my pearls. Okay.
So that's 12 ounces of vodka.
So you did the alcohol first, the spirit first.
Yes. Now this is another one. This is orange liqueur.
Okay.
Again, adds tons of citrus flavor.
Sure.
But not going to freeze. And then we've got our limoncello.
Excellent.
All right. And now we're going to add a little bit of water.
Okay.
Not a lot, so that it'll freeze. But, you know, when we make a real cocktail, not that these aren't real, but when you make a single serve cocktail, you shake it or stir it with ice. So it dilutes it. And that dilution is important for appreciating the flavors in the drink. So we just add a little bit.
Okay.
It's like you know what you're doing.
Sometimes. Not often. Not often.
And what is this?
This is agave syrup.
Just
to sweeten it up a bit. But you could use simple syrup or sugar.
Sure.
And this is a little bit of lemon juice.
That looks nice.
Not enough to freeze, just enough.
Just enough to remind you that you are, in fact, having a lemon.
And that's it.
And that's it.
You give it a good shake.
And into the freezer
Would
she
you
goes.
like to serve some ice?
I thought you'd never ask. Okay.
And this goes into the freezer, and it's fine and ready whenever you want.
I don't know what's more impressive, your big brain in that cocktail or this doohickey.
Aren't these cool bottles? They're made by Crew Supply, and they're very cool. I love them. But again, you don't have to. You can also use a quart canning jar.
Okay.
Gives you
a
enough
little
space.
funnel
situation. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
And then we're going to take a quick sip and move on to our second one.
There we
for
go.
you, of course.
Of course. There we go.
Cheers. A lemon drop.
It smells lovely.
There we go.
Oh,
Cheers.
this does smell refreshing and summery.
Cheers.
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 Mm.
That's nice.
Oh,
Yep.
you did
You
good,
did good.
JM.
You did good. You did good.
I'm enjoying that.
Next
All
one.
right, so the next one is the margarita.
Okay.
And
know
this
you love her.
one, we are maxing out the amount of lime juice that we can add.
Great.
So we're going to take off.
Oh, do you want me to do this business?
You can do that.
I'll be your.
We need 16 ounces of Blanco tequila.
Okay.
I'll be your sous bartender instead of the sous chef.
You're a sous tender.
The sous tender.
Oh, I like that.
See, she's a
Perfect.
she's a wordsmith. That
All
Owsley.
right. So there's our 16 ounces. I
This
take
is
it away from
tequila?
you because I'm going to spill it on you.
Tequila.
Tequila, yes, Blanco tequila. If you wanted a more complex one, you could use reposado.
Okay.
I love a reposado.
Now we're going to add some lime juice.
The lime juice.
Okay. And some orange liqueur.
Great. For
And
the margarita. Do you want me to open this for you?
yes, please. And estimate about an ounce.
Okay.
1 Mississippi. There you
And
go.
then
Oh, the salt.
let's talk about salt for a minute because where does the salt normally go on a margarita?
The rim tray.
Worst place to put it.
Is that right?
What?
I know. It's satisfying. I like the crunch, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But that's all you taste.
That's very true.
Now, if you put your salt
Thank
in your cocktail, it acts like it does in food. It heightens and
just put it
brightens
in.
all the other
Pass
flavors.
me those glasses,
All right.
Marisol. I need to ice them. I need to taste this.
There we go.
It acts like it acts in food, which
Yep.
is it enhances
Exactly.
what's around
Now,
it.
fancy bartenders will use a tincture. They'll
Sure.
make a salt,
Oh, a
a saline
tincture.
solution.
But you just
throw
put
some
it right
salt in. Throw some
While
salt in.
Alex
It's
Lee
fine.
is giving us some ice, you're going to pour. Thank you for joining us so much.
Thank
you
you.
for joining us. And listen,
are.
if you want to get the book Freezer Door Cocktails, it hits shelves July 2nd.
Ooh, that's soon.
Get on the wait list, sir. Thank you for your service to our
Thank you
palates.
so much.
Chin chin. And listen, coming up. Cheers.
Cheers.